Welcome back to Reset Rise Midlife podcast. I'm your host, Coach Sabrina Woods, master coach, emotional intelligence advocate, and founder of Split Decisions Recovery Coaching. This episode is one of the most personal ones I've ever shared because it's not about theory, it's about transformation. It's about how coaching, NLP, and emotional intelligence didn't just change my perspective, they changed me. There was a time in my life where my reactions ruled everything: how I spoke, how I listened, and even how I loved. One day, my husband Marquis said something that changed me. He said, "It's not what you're saying, it's how you're saying it." And I couldn't hear him back then because I was still trying to defend my pain instead of understanding it. But that moment, that sentence became a doorway. Coaching helped me walk through it. NLP and EQ helped me stay there long enough to rebuild who I was becoming. When I first stepped into coaching, I really thought I was learning how to help other people. But I was really learning how to understand myself. Coaching gave me language for things I used to ignore: my triggers, my patterns, my emotions. It taught me that self-awareness isn't blame, it's self-liberation. It's not what's wrong with me, it's what needs my attention. According to the International Coaching Federation, 80% of people who receive coaching reported improved self-confidence, and over 70% say it strengthens their relationships and communications. Those numbers matter because behind each one is someone who finally stopped fighting themselves and started listening within. That's what coaching did for me. It helped me stop running from the reflection and start rewriting the story. But NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, gave me the tools to understand how my brain actually works. It's about how our language, thoughts, and actions all connect. And when I used NLP on myself for the first time, I reframed a memory that used to haunt me. Instead of reliving the pain, I reframed it as a lesson in boundaries. NLP taught me that my subconscious isn't my enemy, it's my student. And every word I repeat is a lesson it takes to heart. Here's the science: 95% of our daily behaviors are driven by the subconscious mind. That means your life will keep repeating itself until your language does. So when I say watch your words, I don't mean censorship. I mean align yourself, because your words are steering the ship, whether you realize it or not. Now, emotional intelligence, also known as EQ, changed everything about how I showed up in relationships. Before I developed it, I thought emotional strength meant never letting them see you sweat. But true strength is feeling everything and still choosing your response. Harvard Business Review found that people with high EQ not only make $29,000 more per year on average, they also report stronger relationships, higher life satisfaction, and less burnout. EQ taught me how to respond without reacting. It gave me the pause, that Socratic pause, I never had before. Now, when Marquise and I communicate, we hold each other to the same emotional standard. We pause, we breathe, and we check in what's really going on beneath the words. That's what EQ does. It turns moments that could destroy connection into moments that deepen it. Recognizing your own behavior is not about judgment. it's about understanding. When I finally learned to see my reactions for what they were, protective patterns, I realized something powerful. Awareness doesn't make you weak, it makes you responsible. Every time you catch yourself before you react, you're practicing growth. You're building self-trust. You can't heal what you don't see. And when you start seeing it, you start changing it. That's not regression. That's reclamation. You're reclaiming yourself. But here are 3 practical tools that you can start using today to begin your own reset and rise. 1. The pause technique. You often might hear me call it the Socratic pause. When you feel triggered, pause. Ask yourself, what emotion am I feeling right now? This stops your nervous system from reacting automatically, and it gives you logic time to breathe. 2. NLP reframe. When something goes wrong, ask, what else could this mean? It trains your mind to look for solutions instead of focusing on the problem. 3. The EQ reset. Before you respond, identify what need isn't being met. Maybe it's respect, understanding, safety. Once you know that, you can communicate without attack or defense. These 3 steps took me from reactive to responsive, from chaos to calm, and they still ground me today. But before we close, I want to talk about something that completely reshaped how I speak, not just to others, but to myself. Language. The words we use don't just describe our world, they design it. Every I can't, I'll never, or this always happens to me becomes an instruction your brain follows. Here's the truth. Neuroscience shows that the brain doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's repeatedly imagined or spoken. That means your self-talk, whether it's positive or negative, becomes your programming. NLP taught me that every phrase we repeat is a command to our subconscious mind. So when we speak intentionally, when we say, I am ready, I am capable, I am becoming, I can do this, I can do hard things, we aren't lying to ourselves. We're leading ourselves. Your words are the building blocks of your future. So speak the life you want. So now, I want you to repeat these affirmations with me, and I want you to feel them as truth, not hope. I am no longer reacting from my pain. I am responding from my power. I speak life into my healing. My words create safety, peace, and alignment. Awareness is my strength, not my shame. I am teaching my mind new truths every day. I am rebuilding from within. Every affirmation is a seed, so plant them daily, water them with awareness, and watch what grows. If today's episode spoke to your soul, share it with someone who's ready to rebuild, because transformation doesn't happen overnight. It happens through awareness, compassion, and repetition. And if you're ready to go deeper, join my Reset and Rise Midlife coaching program. You can find the details in my bio, or you can message me directly at splitdecisions1010@outlook.com. Remember, you are not behind. You are becoming. Every awareness, every pause, and every reframe is progress. Until next time, keep rising, keep rebuilding, and keep believing that your transformation is already in motion.